Aerodrome holders, what is up? Happy Sunday. Welcome back to the show. Now, I want to say all of you guys who are in the Aerodrome community, you showed love in the last video. So I want to say big thank you to everybody. Remember, before we start the video, you got to go and run that like button up. We need to get to 150 likes for today's video. And if you're not subscribed, then you guys already know what to do. A Panic sold his ETH at 3.5k and bought back in at 4k. Can't make this up, guys. And the thing is, you know, when you go online, you see a lot of people saying this person bought this much at this price, they must know something, or this person sold this much at this price, they must know something. When really, you know, there's a lot of emotional people buying and selling just at different scales. Now, I did post this on the 2nd of August because we entered August with a little bit of a dumpy time, guys. And I said in a few weeks, you'll forget about the fear you feel now. And definitely if you're an Aerodrome holder, I mean, up something like 50% in the week. 56% in the week, guys. Okay? That is insane. So it's good that we stayed on the right side of the trade when it comes to Aerodrome finance, guys. And again, you know, big accounts here. When it comes to ETH, okay, we needed ETH to go for Aerodrome to go, saying that, you know, dead cat bounce at 3k, 2.8k, what was this? 3.6k, dead cat bounce. We're going back down, quadruple top, we're going back down. Now, you guys came through in the comments and you were like, Aerodrome has to go to like $10. If you're selling at $3, that's FUD. And unfortunately, guys, as much as I would love it to go to $10, we got to be realistic with our price predictions. However, DEX is now at the front and center of Coinbase One. This means that Coinbase One members pay zero additional trading fees when using Coinbase to trade on DEXs like Aerodrome, and can receive 30% boost when they lock at least 2,500. So the world is coming on chain, right? So basic $4.99 a month for the Coinbase One membership. Does the zero trading fee benefit include decentralized trading? Obviously, we just said yeah, guys. So I don't know if you pay for anything like this. I don't pay for any exchanges. I don't use Coinbase just because of the fees, right? And because I've heard all of these stories of people saying, right, my Coinbase just got locked off in the heat of a bull run. And I've seen it, right? I've seen it happen where people's Coinbase just get shut down. So I don't really do it too much. I keep all of my crypto on a ledger and on my private keys. But I know a lot of you guys and a lot of new money that's going to come in are going to download Coinbase. And again, they can use this, but they are going to buy Coinbase One and use Aerodrome, which is great. Because they're going to use Aerodrome doesn't mean that Aerodrome is going to become like BNB or anything like that. So that's another thing to bear in mind, guys. So that's just a little bit of some realistic talk. Because some of you guys said, well, BNB went this high. Well, yeah. You know, BNB went high when it was the only real chain where you could do cheap, fast swapping when you compare it to Ethereum. Now we come to the Bitcoin's chart and look where we are today, guys. 118k, we're tackling with a breakout. We really need to close the day outside of this range, okay? Maybe even if it takes a couple more days to close outside of this range, that's fine. You look at the weekly. Weekly's been pretty strong, guys, okay? Pretty strong in this range. And if we do break out, then again 122k is going to be our first line in the sand before we can start to tackle that like 128k to 130k milestone. And it did look like Bitcoin dominance wanted to close below here yesterday, right? But now it's come back up to find support. It's really playing with us right now, guys. So if this continues to grind up, then altcoins will take a bit of a pause. But you guys saw what happened last week, especially with coins like Aerodrome in this move of, what was this, like -2%, probably -3% at the bottom. Altcoins went pretty ham. Obviously, it was ETH pushing it down quite a lot. And now ETH is having a tiny pullback and Bitcoin's pumping up. Obviously, that's going to be reflected in Bitcoin dominance. But who remembers the breakout zones for Aero that we covered in the last video, guys? We said we had an order block here at around $1.25 to $1.40. And we should be expecting something. Okay, you guys are already going to know if you were here in the last video. We should be expecting something like this. 1, okay, 2, and then maybe something like this, 3 to get rid of the order block. So it looks like we've completed the one, doesn't it? Right? even if we don't come all the way back down to retest this range, guys, we just kind of do something like this up here, and then we have some sort of consolidation right around $1.20ish, and then go. That would be great. We don't necessarily have to come back down and go, but either way, we're going to find out. And it is great to see we've had a confirmed breakout now above this range. Okay, we've had 1, 2, nearly 3 daily candles out of this zone. Weekly candle definitely out of this zone. Okay, unless something freak happens when I post this video, then it's looking pretty good for Aerodrome Finance, guys. We should be targeting above this order block at around $1.70 in the coming weeks if we can get continuation in altcoin market cap, guys. So Aerodrome Finance is looking really, really good. Ethereum having a bit of a cool off, right? Coming up to, well, we've actually found resistance perfectly at the medium of this order block. So very normal stuff. Maybe we consolidate next week. If we just blow through it, then Aerodrome is going to have a hell of a time next week. So again, looking at the macro looks fantastic for both Ethereum and for Aerodrome Finance. Did you get in before this move? You let me know in the comments. We're going to be keeping up to date with Aerodrome going into next week. So again, if you're an Aerodrome holder, you know what to do. Smash that like button, leave me a comment to let me know that you hold Aerodrome. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. Peace.